shine. 1-2, little dab, you know what I'm saying? Glitz. What? No.
I'm gonna test this out. Keep in mind that I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Chariti Sinae and I am back with another video, and today I am just showing y'all how I be doing my makeup and doing all these steps and doing all this full coverage, and your girl still don't get cake face, okay? Even though her skin is dry and I be doing all these steps in my routine, and she still don't get cake face, okay? So there is a method to the madness, okay? So if you are interested in today's video, just keep on watching. Y'all, I gotta talk like really ugly because my teeth are killing me, but guess what? Your girl go to the dentist in the morning, so it's all good. Okay, so I already have my eyes done and my lashes on, simply because I've already created this look before on my channel, and I will make sure to put that in on the ending where I usually put all my most recent videos, and I also have a tutorial on it on my Instagram as well. So if you want to see that, you can also go over to my Instagram at Chariti Sinae. What I'm going to start off by doing is moisturizing. So when it comes to avoiding a cake face, honey, you want to make sure you really do well on the skin prep. So with that being said, I'm going in with my infamous Glam Glow moisturizer, and that is what I'm going to use. Well, this is what I'm going to use to prep my skin today and get it ready for some makeup. It's very important that you prep the skin, especially for us dry girls, honey. You want to make sure you really hydrate the skin so it won't be all flaky and cracky and all of that. And just not how we need it to be, because that's not cute. You know, the better you prep the skin, the better the products will lay on the skin. So that's why skin prep is really important. So for primer, I am going in with my infamous NYX Hydro Touch. Get me some hydrating. I know y'all have been seeing this a lot, but listen, a good product is simply a good product. How you prepare your skin for makeup is the true foundation to the actual makeup. That is the base. Okay, your face is the canvas, honey, and you need to make sure you treat it as such, because the actual makeup itself is not just going to fix all your problems. No, skincare is a huge part of it. Like a huge part of it. It matters more than a lot of people think. Like, a lot of people think makeup is the cure, when in fact it is not. Okay, skincare is. That's just period. Okay, so last step before we do the makeup, I am taking some of the Smashbox Primer oil drops, and I'm just going to squeeze this into, well, not squeeze it, but put some of that into my hand, like right here in my hand. This is literally going to help my skin, my dry skin. And then I'm just color correcting next, which is not a really big deal, okay? Color correcting is just color correcting. It just really helps with the foundation and creating this beautiful canvas, this beautiful base, and it just makes the foundation lay like a dream. Like you look like you have baby skin. Okay, so for foundation today, I am taking my Born to Glow foundation by NYX, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. I know y'all might be shocked that this is the only foundation I am using today, because I usually mix. Some days I do not mix, and y'all have seen me wear this on its own before, so it's really nothing new. I chose this foundation because it's very lightweight. Okay, the coverage is more of a medium, but you can build it up, but it is still a very lightweight foundation, and it feels very comfortable on the face. Because of how lightweight it is, it just makes it easy to go on top of it with products, and it pretty much works well with anything. And that's what you also want to pay attention to when it comes to having, you know, cakey skin, or when products cake up on you, or what is it, start to like crumble and make those little like balls, like roll up, or products just do not work well together. You have to pay attention to what you decide to pair up, what products you decide to pair together, because that plays a huge part. If you ever have like a little mishap when you doing your makeup, it's just probably because sometimes they either don't work well with your skin, or probably because they just don't work well together. The oil has us looking like a dream, honey. Look at my skin. I will be using 2 concealers still, okay? And I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty concealer, and this is the Pro Filter in the shade 370. Y'all know I like to use this concealer to correct the areas I feel needs a little bit of correcting, okay? And those areas are just under my eyes and around my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just take it right around there, because I don't think it shows up well on camera, but this shade does have more of a peachier undertone. I feel like it looks more yellow, and it is not more yellow. It is more of a peach. And I'm just blending it out with the brush. No real reason. Well, it's a real reason. My beauty blender is kind of dirty, so I'm just gonna do that. But this Pro Filter works well. As y'all can see, I'm always pairing this concealer up with like any other concealer, because it really does work well with anything, if you ask me. It blends in like a dream, and it's more of like a soft matte. It's not too matte. It's not gonna dry you out. It's not gonna do any of that. It is full coverage, but it lays beautifully on the skin. And for us dry girls, that's why it's so important to hydrate the skin and really prep the skin before doing makeup, especially if you're going to be using matte products. Because I know me, I'm able to use, you know, matte products whenever I really want to, because I can I take so much time on my skin prep. Okay, so for my next concealer and the last, honey, I'm going in with this Becca Aqua Luminous concealer. And this concealer right here, it is not full coverage, so if you are wanting a full coverage concealer, it is not this one. It's more so of a medium. I do have to layer it if I want to keep adding on to the coverage, so it's really good that it is buildable. However, what I like about this is that it is very, very hydrating. It is such, like, the texture and the formula of it is is very thin. Like the consistency of it is very thin, very liquidy, which is good when you are avoiding cake face, okay? Especially if you are doubling up on the concealers, honey. You want one, if you're gonna use one that has, you know, a fuller coverage, like that Fenty Beauty, it's more so creamier. So if you're gonna go on top of that with something, you know, it should be something a little more thin in consistency. And the only purpose of this is to brighten. I just went in with my beauty blender because brushes just be making me feel like they're not the products aren't laying the same, you know? Like, I don't mind doing my foundation with either or a brush or a beauty blender, but when it comes to my concealer, I be really needing that to look like it's melted into my skin, honey. And I'm just not gonna have it any other way. Do you see, honey? This looks so much better. Y'all, I really just almost moved on to the next step and my camera wasn't even like recording, so I'm just so happy I caught that, okay? But I'm going to set with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder now. I'm just gonna make sure we are all blended up under here, okay? I'm just gonna tap it out a little bit because we're gonna go in really lightly, okay? I don't even know if y'all could see what I just applied because that's how light we went in with it. The only thing I'm going to do is make sure I don't mess around when it comes to baking my under eye because my under eye is creased like crazy, but I am tapping it off on my hand first. And then I am going in with it. We are just doing a very light layer of this. Okay, this powder is really good because it is not too matte. It is really not that matte. You just want to make sure, because I think the mistake, I don't know if you know y'all have seen when I initially reviewed this, but the mistake that I had made was going in with way too much at a time. Okay, that's not what you want to do. You going with way too much at a time, it's just really gonna be like patchy. Well, on me, I don't know about anybody else because I've seen people take a ton of this powder onto their face at once and it just looked like a dream on their skin. But I cannot do that. I have to go in with a little bit of this at a time and more so build it up. But usually that little bit is enough for me. When I say Pro Filter is the name, Pro Filter is the name because it literally just makes everything look like a filter on the skin. The next thing that I'm going to do is take my No Filter setting powder from NYX. You guys know I love this one and my MAC one. Either way, I like to go in with something more sheer. Both of these powders, this one and the MAC one, they have a very sheer finish. They barely like give coverage. They really don't give any coverage at all, and that is very important. I'm not going to sit here and cake on foundation and 2 concealers and then go in with some full coverage powder that's going to add on to the coverage and do all this and this and that. No, I'm not going to do all of that because that is way too much for me anyway. I need something like the MAC powder. I love it. It's called Mineralized Skin Finish. It is very sheer. I just need something that is going to set my makeup, and that is it. Not give me more coverage, okay? And I don't need anything that's going to make me more matte than I would like to be. So I'm going to go in with bronzer next. And of course I'm doing my Coconati. This part, honestly, when it comes to bronzer or anything else in this video, I'm pretty much, I feel like it's pretty much personal preference. Some people like sheer bronzers, some people like matte bronzers, but this one, this Fenty Beauty is just very promising for me. Like, I know I could go in with this and be just fine, like not have any complications at all whatsoever, because of how it lays on my skin. And like I've mentioned before, I could just go in with this and I feel like I could literally keep building it up and building it up, and it just will not mess up. Like, I feel like this bronzer is just it's hard to go wrong with this bronzer. So if you really do need something that's promising, then I would recommend the Fenty Beauty. Yes, okay, let's go up down that nose. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little sign. I am going to brighten with my Dragon Beauty, and this is the transformation powder. Just going to pick some up and just going to pat it under my eye. Okay. Now, some people might get scared of this because it is another powder and you just set with 2 powders. But do not be afraid, do not be alarmed, because it's a very sheer powder. Very, very sheer. And Nikita Dragon herself has also said that it is not meant to set or highlight or anything like that. It is only meant to brighten. So I just take it and I lightly pat it on to the areas I want to brighten. It smoothens, it makes you look a lot softer. Wherever you apply it, a lot smoother. It looks like a filter, seriously. So for blush, I'm going in with my Kilowatt Foil blushes from Fenty, and I'm first gonna take, what is this? This is Mimosa Sunrise. I'm first gonna put this all over my cheeks, and then on the backer part of my cheekbones, I'm going to take the Sangria Sunset. I just think it'll really just look so pretty with my eyes. And with blush, honestly, if you are afraid at this point of being too matte, if you are afraid at this point of applying too many powders, then get you some with some sheen in it. That'll kind of give you some radiance. It really doesn't matter, like, it's just blush. I'm gonna take that Sangria Sunset and only go back here with it on the backer parts. Not backer parts, Lord, but the back part of my cheekbone, or the highest points of my cheekbones. There we go. I told myself the last time was literally the last time of me using this brush because it sheds so much. And this one is the Morphe M437, and look at me using it again. For highlighter, I am going in with my Lola from the crayon case. I'm not going to use a whole lot because my cheeks are already glowing, I feel. It's right here. This, between this blush and this highlighter, like, the skin is looking youthful and healthy, okay? We want young 12-year-old baby before puberty hits looking skin, okay? Okay, do y'all see what I see, or is it not doing me justice right now? Okay, so for lips, I'm going to line with my MAC lip pencil in the shade Bitter Sweet, and then To fill them in, I'm going to go in with this Dose of Colors gloss in the shade One and Only. And then on top of that, I will be taking my fave NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. And that is all for lips today. Oh shoot. Let me kind of put some to the side, honey. But this is the finished look. This is how the complexion came out. We look like flawless, honestly. Like, it looks like, yes, we have on a full face, but it still looks very light, like a natural beat down. Like, we don't look cakey, okay? Like, if you want to learn how to do a lot of steps, you know what I'm saying, to get that full coverage but to not look like it, this is it, okay? Okay, and pretty much any other one of my videos where I'm doing my makeup, because I never look cakey. I mean, not the two, but two. So I'm gonna change this shirt because I'm taking pictures today. But anywho, okay, oh Lord, in Jesus' name, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know what you want to see from me on my channel. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I do upload. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.